It's how a traffic stop can end with you losing your life savings. Asset forfeiture is criticized all over the nation, but especially in Kansas. Now, law enforcement calls it a tool to stop crime, but after months of investigating, KMBC9's William Joy shows why critics say it creates innocent victims and violates constitutional rights.
That's why it is so unfair, is because it's designed for pirates in the 1700s. I mean, seriously.
Civil asset forfeiture is an old law, and it's as complicated as its name.
Most folks don't know about it.
But you should. It allows law enforcement to take your money or car or anything you own, and you don't have to be charged with a crime.
They found 350 pounds of marijuana that came out of Colorado.
Sitting along I-70, the Gary County Sheriff's Department has a special focus on interstate busts.
It's something to take pride in, and I'm very, very proud of these guys.
It's not an easy process, but it is actually a simple concept.
The Kansas Highway Patrol leads the state in asset forfeiture, taking in nearly $2 million every year.
It's the criminals in their pocketbook.
We view it as a tool.
So to find out how effective that law enforcement tool is, we asked for how many guns and drugs they're taking. They said they didn't have those numbers, and we'd have to pay $800 for them to find them.
It's not all drug money. I mean, it just isn't.
Attorney Chris Joseph has worked to reform the law. He says law enforcement finds a reason to search cars and take property.
Strong odor of air freshener coming from a vehicle, very strong.
It's really up to an officer in the field making a judgment call on a highway about whether or not he believes you. And if he doesn't, he's keeping your money.
Would you be okay with waiting for a dog to come run around your car?
They're looking for drugs, and they're looking for money, and they're going to be stopping cars with out-of-state plates.
Gary County and KHP deny they target out-of-state cars.
No. Because that would be wrong, it would be illegal.
But we checked, and in the past 3 years, 90% of the Highway Patrol's significant seizures have been vehicles with out-of-state plates.
I mean, it works. It makes sense. So to say that they don't do that seems silly, because of course they do.
Critics say Kansas law has a conflict of interest. Law enforcement must spend money they take on themselves.
I don't think it incentivizes that in any way, no.
The amount of money that is used for salary, I believe, is very small overall.
But records show roughly $2 million of seized money has gone to Highway Patrol salaries in the past 3 years. Most of the millions has paid for meals and hotels.
They fund themselves in part from this.
It's netted Gary County more than $1 million a year.
Good old-fashioned police work is what it is.
It's paid for new vehicles, a warehouse to keep seized cars, and it's also bought jet skis.
You'd be surprised how many people score them a little bit of marijuana and go out to the lake and go smoke their marijuana. You know, we're using it for drug enforcement out there, too.
They spent thousands on deer decoys from a local taxidermy shop they say is to stop poaching.
I could not ask the taxpayers in Gary County to foot that bill. Why not let the drug dealers do it?
Junction City PD in Gary County has also brought in millions. We went line by line through expense reports and found they've bought everything from workout equipment to $600 break room TVs and a new coffee maker.
I'm not going to say that we're policing for profit, because that's not what we're doing.
Problem is, what if it's not all drug money? What if it's just the guy that can't afford to defend it?
So what happens if your money or car are taken? Law enforcement says you can always get it back. Tomorrow night at 10, we'll show you why attorney Chris Joseph says that's the part of the law most in need of a fix. Plus, we'll have more on reforms just passed.